waiting for this. I remember I talked to you in Vegas and a couple of different places, and you said this was kind of your dream. So does that provide any additional pressure, just being that you're at home?
Nah, it's not really no pressure. It's pressure, but it's not bad pressure. It's not like someone like it's hard, So it's something that I enjoy. It's a part of the business that I'm into, that I'm in. So I'm just excited, It feel like I'm not here alone, So it really ain't no bad pressure that's on my side, I'm actually thankful. I'm ready, mentally and physically. Just be able to just get over this hump so I could be, that star that I really am.
Tank, when you talk about your mental, obviously we was talking a year ago this weekend. We was in LA for Robert Easter, Mikey Garcia. You had just had your daughter, so first off, happy belated to your daughter. She just turned 1. Walk us through the last year. What's that meant to you? Becoming a father. Obviously, you learn things. You learn and you grow. What has that been like to you as a father and as a fighter, and just being able to combine both?
I think it matured me as a person, a lot. It made me be aware of what I'm doing, because it's not like I'm just here by myself now. I have a little one to look after, so it just matured me as a father, as a person, I would say. It made me slow down a little bit, and think about what I'm doing before I actually do it.
The fact that, you have a daughter that obviously, is different, having a boy and a girl. Do you feel like Gervonta softened you up a little bit?
As a person, she did, but not as like a fighter.
Right.
I don't think she softened me up as a fighter. I'm still that. Once I'm in the ring, it's
right. Still that killer mentality. Obviously, speaking of killer mentality, you did mention we've lost 2 fighters now within the last couple of days. One of them just fought in the D.C. area at the MGM.
I was actually there. I was actually like I probably was like, I want to say I was like in the second or third row. Okay. I seen it. But I pointed out I told Richardson, we was actually sitting together, and I pointed out to how what's his name, Max. How he was walking back to the corner. And you could see, like, in his eyes, like, he wasn't ready.
He was begging Buddy McGirt not to stop it, but he did a good job in stopping that.
But he didn't give up. He fought his heart out. Even when he was hurt, he was just, and his shots wasn't like no regular shot. He was still throwing his shots hard. So he really fought to the death. So hats off to him. My condolences to his family, his friends, his coaches. Sorry for the things I said on Twitter that I didn't even know. I was at the fight, but I didn't hear in the corner that he was begging them to stop it. But my condolences to them.
Yeah. Saying now something I want to bring up, because obviously that said, having lost 2 fighters in the same week in the sport, something that you don't see in other sports, right? It's a very brutal sport. Yeah, you live the fame, but you still got to pay with the consequences at the end of the day. You made a post that really caught my attention a couple weeks ago, and you spoke with Brian about it. Before your first world title, you faced some adversity. You spoke about riding a bus back from Atlanta to Baltimore. Talk to us about that time of your life and looking back at that time now, because obviously you haven't spoke to it, at least not to the media about it till now. What has made you reflect on that situation, and looking back at it, what would you have done differently? How do you feel looking back at that situation in your life?
Just made smarter decisions. Just that time in my life, I was going through it. And, I think I had before in probably 6 or 7 months around that time, and just going through it, just losing my mind, and actually, I got in trouble, outside and things like that. So I had to take the bus home, and Ashley Lauren, we was together. I mean, not together, but we put our minds together, and and suggest me to come back home to Baltimore to be able to train. Made me focus on the right thing while I was home. So sometimes you need that in your life. It either break you or make you. So it actually made me. You know, if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably still fighting on like undercards and things like that. So I'm thankful for my hard times. I embrace it. I'm not nobody that, you know, scared to admit that I'm in a hard time or anything like that. So I think that's what best for me. You know, so I don't care about
Right.
like I can a hard time don't overwhelm me. You know, so
And the brothers that's in the gym with you can also learn from that by you opening up about that as well. So, with saying, appreciate your time, champ.
thank you.
Well, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.